So the Yankee, before I was disrupted by ice, Yankee Magic number is 1 to clinch their postseason berth. Be the 59th postseason berth in team history. The team with the next most is the Dodgers with 37. And their magic number for clinching the East is 8 over the Orioles, so they have a 4-game lead, and that's their largest lead of the season since June 6th when they had a 4.5-game lead over the Orioles. And the Orioles released the guy that started the season as their closer, Craig Kimbrell. They designated him for assignment. He's been dreadful. And if you listen to the show, I told you when they signed him that was a terrible signing. He is so cooked, he's done, and he can't get the Yankees out. So that was a bad signing for them, and their bullpen is in shambles. They really miss Bautista, who's out for the year with Tommy John surgery. They never really replaced him. So that's a tough go for the Orioles, who got waxed yesterday by a score of 10-0.
Yeah, it's at home.
Yep.
It's over for the Orioles.
A very average Giant team. So, yeah, I think it's over. And now you try to see if you can't get why not try to get the best record in baseball? It's right there. I mean, you're 3 back of Philly, but really the main thing is to make sure you can get that home field through the American League, and you get yourself a bye. And even though in recent vintage that seems to be a bit of a curse, I still like getting my rotation in order, get some of the guys that are banged up healthy, and let these teams on the wild card, have at it. So we'll see how it works out. But, for all their issues and all their problems, this is still a first-place team by 4 games, still have a chance to be the best team in the American League going into the playoffs. And we brought it up earlier. Peter was right. They've been very average over a long period of time, but you can change that narrative. And they've certainly been playing very well over the last couple of weeks. And if they continue this over the next dozen games, you can completely change the perception going into the playoffs.
To the exact same point about the Mets and how we judge them, the Yankees are in the process of changing the conversation around them as well. And whatever pressure we said the Yankees always have on them, Michael, if they go on a run, if they continue the run they're on right now until the playoffs, it's actually much worse for the pressure. This will be a bigger deal heading into the playoffs if they look the way they've looked for the last week or two.
Well, I mean, your preference is to go in hot. I mean, there have been instances when you go in cold and you turn it on. Yeah, it would look bad.
But I always think there's pressure on the Yankees because they're the Yankees. And even if they limped in, if they don't win in the year that they might lose Soto, wouldn't you say, Michael, no matter how they're playing going into the playoffs,
no, it's high pressure.
There's a lot of pressure.
But can you imagine?
The Dodgers, the same thing.
Can you imagine if, let's just assume things continue at status quo, and we get to the playoffs, guys, and in game 1, Judge goes 0 for 3. Like the microscope is going to be gigantic for him in this postseason with the crazed Yankee crowd.
Well, Judge had 4 RBIs yesterday. Soto had a big game. He had his 40th home run, 200th of his career. Also a home run in all 30 ballparks, which was something that he wanted to do. He had 5 that he had to check off the list. This was the last one.
Before 25, right?
No, he's
25?
Yeah, but he just wanted to do that.
No, but isn't he 25 now?
He's going to be 26 in October.
All 30 ballparks, though, by 25 is pretty insane.
Pretty insane. Now, I'm gonna say something here that will border on sacrilege, but let's play the cut by Soto regarding hitting a home run in all 30 ballparks.
It's a great feeling for me. I think, it's so many different ballparks, so many different dimensions. I just want to get all of them checked in, What a best way to go to free agency with all 30 homers, all 30 ballparks, checking my list.
All right, dude, we know you're going to be a free agent. Stop. I mean, he's been picture perfect. He's been great all year. You couldn't ask for anything more. But he keeps bringing up free agency. We all know you're going to be a free agent. You're going to be paid very, very well. You're going to be one of the top-paid players ever in any sport. I get it. But was that the time, Don and Peter, to bring up free agency? What did that have to do with hitting a home run in all 30 ballparks? It doesn't make sense. He has not let that drop. I don't know if Scott's telling him to say that or not. Everybody knows you're not signed. Everybody knows that somebody's going to have to come up with a lot of money. But was that the time to say it?
I don't think so, because people are going to jump it. But to play Captain Literal Man, he's testing free agency.
Yeah.
So even if his intention is to stay with the Yankees, he is going to become a free agent. He's not signing a contract before the deadline. He's going to become a free agent. No, I don't think you have to. But I think it's such a fait accompli that he is. And I'm sure Boris has told him, listen, you're going to become a free agent. And expressing that is probably not a bad idea. Let the rest of the world know that you're not necessarily married to the Yankees. Even if you are, don't let people know that. Don't let the Yankees know that. But I don't know why. But I give Judge credit. In that monster year, he always said the right thing. You kind of knew where he was coming from, but always painstakingly tried to say the right thing so that it wouldn't be dissected. You know, if you mention free agency after something kind of special happens, it does give across like you're just sending a message to everybody. Don't get too excited. I might not be here. And I might test free agency.
If he's asked about free agency, like Judge was all the time, you got to address it. That was apropos of nothing. Why even mention free agency there?
That's a misstep. That is a misstep. He hasn't had many since he got here.
No, I don't think he's had any, Peter. You're absolutely right. And to just keep – the one thing is he makes you know he's going to be a free agent. Everybody who has a breath in their lungs knows he's going to be a free agent. You think you're sending a message to Hal Steinbrenner? I think Hal knows he's going to be a free agent. Brian knows that he's going to be a free agent. Stop saying it. It's the one bad thing. I mean, you've been an absolute perfect person and player for them. Stop the free agency stuff.
I wonder if it's just like it's very much on his mind.
It doesn't seem like it's bothering him, though.
I know. Yeah, but we don't know what I don't know what his personality is like. Maybe on some level it's really just affecting him. It doesn't seem like it is. But, yeah, what do you think you stand to gain there? What you've done on the field has already completely shaped all the conversation there will be about your free agency.
Exactly.
And also, even though he's, whether you think he did the right thing, wrong thing, being honest, why is that on your mind now?
After a game where you had a great game.
I want you're focused on that. You're a Yankee right now. Right now, you're in a pennant race. Right now, your team won 11-2. Right now, your team is taking a 4-game lead on Baltimore. Free agency is going to happen. We know that. But right now, why is it the first thing that pops into your mind after you accomplish something? Now, I think he's a team player, Michael, and I think he wants to go out there and win. But it's never a good look when that's kind of always part of the conversation, even when you're not asked about it.
Yeah, it just jumped out to me when I heard it last night and going, why, man? Everybody in the world knows you're a free agent. We get it. You're going to be the highest paid player ever. We get it. You don't have to continue to carry the sandwich board down the block. I'm going to be a free agent. We got it. Got it. Good. You're having an unbelievable year. You're going to get paid. Stop bringing it up unless somebody asks you about it. Doesn't make sense. What message are you sending? Job one should be winning a World Series. Money's going to be there. I promise it will be there.